Good evening and welcome to America Trends. I'm Barry Nussbaum filling in tonight for Dr. Gina. And let's start with what America says is trending today. What's trending? Above and beyond all else, Donald J. Trump all day, every day, and it won't be stopping anytime soon. He is now the presumptive nominee and will be officially confirmed at the convention in Cleveland. What happened this week? Why did it happen and how did Trump pull it off? First, Cruz quit. After Trump crushed both Cruz and Kasich in New York 2 weeks ago and last week in 5 primaries winning by landslides, Cruz announced that Indiana was the firewall, the must-win state, and he lost big. Second, so why is Trump the presumptive nominee? Trump pulled off an enormous win in Indiana, beating Cruz plus Kasich. He outperformed all predictions and pollsters by a huge margin. Just as the 5-state sweep the previous week and the New York win 2 weeks ago showed, the Trump train was picking up speed by each week, and it rolled right through Indiana dramatically. Cruz and then Kasich had no choice but to drop out, as a contested convention was no longer likely or even probable. So, third, how did Trump pull this off? In one sentence, he broke all the rules that every expert said he must follow in order to mount a successful campaign. And every rule he broke was replaced with behavior that, per every single expert, should have rendered him a non-participant in this process months ago. Instead, he's the last GOP candidate standing out of the 17 that started last year. He spent much less money. He raised almost no money. Jeb Bush spent $59 million and lost early. Marco Rubio spent $111 million and was gone months ago. Cruz spent $112 million and dropped out on Tuesday. Kasich spent $39 million. Trump, $36 million of his own money, raised $12 million, but he was literally on the news daily and for free. The money that was spent on travel and almost all events were paid for out of his own pocket. He hired no pollsters, never relied on testing of issues and talking points. Instead, per the Donald, he goes with his gut, and he looks at information readily available in the publicly announced polling. So, he's 100% off the cuff, no teleprompter, no written script. This is unheard of in politics. By rambling along, he tends to repeat himself a lot, and his few key talking points get repeated. The benefit, obviously, is that people remember what they heard. The downside? Well, he tends to blurt out comments, like when a protester was being disruptive in a rally, he said, "I want to punch that guy in the face." While it's not politically correct, the crowds loved it. His 2 major addresses, one to AIPAC and the other on foreign policy, were both read, they were well written, they were well delivered, and they won over the audience. Would you think there'll be more of those as the campaign develops? I think so. He's got no filter when it comes to calling people names. Lying Ted, Little Marco, the F word, the S word. It will be interesting to see if this tones down going forward. He's rejected the use of super PACs and the people and their ideas that come with the big money. So far, he's almost totally self-financed without even a fundraising chief in place. This has never happened in history until now. Now, it's going to change going forward because the campaign against Hillary is going to cost $1 billion or more. Trump's thin on policy positions. Every other candidate has papers on everything. Trump, not really. 2 major policy speeches have come recently. Both were well received. Many more are promised to be forthcoming. However, he got to the nomination virtually on his stump speech, talking points alone. Is there anyone in America that doesn't know about the wall on the Mexican border and who's going to pay for it? That's right. And who can't name his slogan? He's been acting non-presidential. There's never been anyone like Trump who's running for president representing one of the 2 major parties. He's unique and can only be described as Trump. Will he act more presidential, as some have said, or will he continue with the successful actions that got him here? Stay tuned. This is going to be so interesting to watch and find out. Okay, our poll question today. Do you think the world will be safer under a Trump presidency? Yes or no? Vote in that poll at u2america.com or use the U2 America app, available now on Apple and Android devices. Download it if you don't already have it. And don't forget, we want to hear from you. Follow and tweet to us at U2America, at America Trends TV, and me at Barry Nussbaum. And you can also find me at findbarry.com. More American Trends coming up now. Stay with us.